Hey everybody, Cash Baggins here. Just real quick framing for this video. I'm just going through the patch notes from the beta to beta changes, and I'm going to paraphrase them in my own words. So I'm going to get right into it. That's all this video is. Let's get to it. It's a 6-minute read, so let's see if I can save you some time on this part. Starting off, Sloclap was basically saying, oh no, we didn't do patch notes between the earlier betas and the open beta, but we have some now and we'll communicate transparently when live. Second, there was also some new issues in the open beta. Two main categories: game infrastructure, which included server crashes, client crashes, desync, and matchmaking length, and gameplay, which included rainbow flick reactivity, which basically they changed it between earlier betas and open beta so you couldn't bounce the ball on your head, which was cheap. And now they've changed it to make rainbows less reactive, but they've balanced rainbow differently now. Further on in gameplay, mouse and keyboard tap aiming. Basically, they said it sucked, so they added a dead zone and sensitivity adjustments. It was too late to add back WASDA aiming or allow choice, but it'll be back in an upcoming patch. Input remapping, they didn't have it. Mouse and keyboard remapping will be available at launch. Gamepad and more advanced available in future patches. In other issues, that weird kickoff lag we all saw, which they call stuttering, goal replay bugs, and spectator mode bugs, they're aware of the issues there. And if it's not fixed on launch, they're committing to soon after. They go on to say the game's not finished on release and commit to continuous improvement consisting of balancing and mechanics tweaks, new features for core gameplay and systems, quality of life, fixing bugs, improving netcode, and anything else. Sloclap says more info is coming before launch, encompassing plans for the first season, but no plans may change. They also mentioned they're a small studio compared to other multiplayer game-making studios, but they'll put in effort to give high-frequency updates. And finally, say patch notes for open beta are below. For patch notes, they say over 1,500 changes were submitted to the game engine, most invisible to the players, but say the core gameplay changes are listed below. Now, keep in mind, these changes already happened between the closed betas and the final open beta. Let's rip through this. They have these titled sections starting off with goalkeeper and dive. Basically, goalie invulnerability time was updated, 7 seconds when getting the ball from an opponent, and 2.65 seconds when from your own team. They also improved the visual feedback for invulnerable goalies by making nets and goalposts look different. They made the outfield dive better via reworked hitboxes and different dynamics and range depending on if you're running or sprinting when you use it, and buffed dive range in defensive mode or stance. They go on to say that outfield dive is a core feature for defenders and plan on continuing to improve it in the next updates. Time for the next section, defense and tackle. They slowed down the beginning and end animations of the slide tackle movement speed by 5%, made a gradual shift in speed when getting up from slide tackle while sprinting. And then with hindering, they basically did bug fixes there, and hindering is body blocking, so that it doesn't get deactivated during ability use, and so goalies in defense mode aren't able to be passed through. They also note they plan on continuing to improve hindering in the near future. Onto the gameplay balance and interaction section. Numerous changes are being applied to both the push ball and volley push ball. First off, Sloclap made southwards pushes, ground and aerial or volley, both fit the controlled version, so there's a smoother exit speed, and it's a bit less reactive. Nerf. The volley lob push ball prioritizes targets further ahead, changed from 0.3 to 0.4 seconds, to prevent spam while keeping chainable actions. This will be reverted in launch. So they made your chained volley lob push balls need to be further apart, but again, they're undoing this for launch. Be able to spam rainbow a bit more. Volley aerial push had a bug fix, so player lands behind the impact point before redirecting the ball. The stam cost for push ball increased from 0.35 to 0.365. And there's a fix to stam regen, so there's a cooldown when you have no stamina. Lastly, in this category, there's a fix for ignoring ball status in extra effort push ball. For volleys, the minimum volley duration increased from 0.3 to 0.33 seconds to allow better control on tap and shot power. Also, volley taps at high height got a 10% power boost. In a shooting mechanics update, shot power is no longer influenced by player or ball speed. if shot power is low. And a change to short tap, it's the same distance before the ball stops, but it reaches that point faster. Last group in the gameplay balance and interactions category, standardized stamina costs. So the stam cost for dash and dribble are both set to 0.75. Previously, dash was 1 and dribble was 0.25. Also, Sloclap just announced that the max stamina is 10. Lastly, a bug fix for stamina depletion and regen cooldown triggers in out of stamina state. Last category, input and control updates. Mouse and keyboard basically just changed the default mapping for mapping presets, added 2 new presets for mouses with thumb buttons, mentioned above onto the new tap aiming system for mouse and keyboard, which previously had 8 direction via WASD, changed to mouse aiming to give more granular passing. As they said, fixing issues for launch on that one. And in the gameplay options and comm system group, there's more options and existing options are fixed, and they added anti-spam measures and timing tweaks. Okay, that wraps it up for the paraphrased patch notes. I'd be interested to know, was this useful to you? Is it nice having someone read through the patch notes for you, or would you prefer the other type of video, which I will link in the description? If you like Rematch content, don't forget to like and subscribe. It means a lot for a small creator like me, so I will catch you later. Out.